Sup boys, Valentine here. So today I want to take you guys through a little bit of a more extended take, but also as short as humanly possible on all of the endgame that there is in Aion 2, just so you guys understand just how absolutely extensive the endgame of this game is and just how many things you can do to level up your character. This game's insane when it comes to that, and even though it's kind of a pay-to-win piece of shit, I'm not gonna lie, it's worth playing just for the end game alone. Like, you need to experience this if you like MMOs. There is literally nothing else like it on the market. It's just worth playing through. That's the way I see it. You know, think what you think of the game, but if you're an MMO fan and you want a good end game, this is the good end game. So let's get right into it, right? As you can see, I'm about 1,671 item level. I've done a good chunk of this sort of stuff so I can give you guys a proper idea. Let's get started with the map. So, why did we bring the map up? As you can see, we have the little question marks. It's going to be a question mark for you. These things are absolutely massive. These Devion crystals, Devanion crystals, whatever weird fucking name. They give you the most power out of your character. If I were to go into my character right now and try to enhance it, you'll see it gives me like what, 15 defense. Yeah, that's not exactly particularly strong, and 10 HP. Let's go to the Devanion board. Just call it the Paragon board. That's what I do. Uh, one of these squares gives me 100 HP. Let's see if we can find the defense one as well. Defense bonus 50. So that's like what? Enchanting an item 10 different times. So you can tell these crystals are going to be your greatest power increaser. So you want to go ahead and while you're leveling, do as many of the question marks as possible. And the side quests as well. I don't have any more side quests left, but those also give you the Vanian crystals. You want to do those to get yourself as strong as possible, have the highest amount of stats. Those are your greatest power increase as you're leveling up. After you're done with that, you also want to do the red feathers. You can see these little red feathers right here. You want to get these because you have, let me see where it is. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's a bit laggy for me because I'm recording and my computer is trash, so forgive me for that. Let's go right over here. I want to show you guys this. So these are absolutely important because they give you skill points. With skill points, you can upgrade your skills, obviously, but that's not it. It also gives you stamina. It gives you illusion and wisdom. These are weirdly named stats. It's just another way for stats. Let me show you the stats as well really quickly. What was it giving me? Illusion. Yeah, you can see all of them here in case you want to stop on one of them. Get space, gives me movement speed, block increase. Death is very important. It gives you crit chance. Destruction, straight up attack damage increase. So these are also stats as well. Then you have these stats, which also give you other stats. It's a very convoluted system, but very enjoyable because there are so many ways to increase your character's power. That is all stuff that you can do while you're leveling to prepare for the end game. So you don't need to do it all at the end game. You can just do it as you go, and I would actually recommend it because a lot of the bosses in the question marks are kind of fun to do. They spice up your gameplay a little bit from just the generic quests. So those are two of the biggest permanent power level increases that you can get from just leveling. Now let's get into the actual stuff that you unlock at the end game. So that was progression that you can do for the end game while you're leveling as well, but you're gonna have to do it at the end game as well when you reach it. Now we're gonna get into the actual unlocked content. But there's one more thing. The Shugo Festival. I want to mention this because it's absolutely important. As you can see, you will get, so just from the random fun, and they are fun random events that happen about every hour or so, you get the potential to get unique gear which is very good. Like, this is better than the stuff that you get from quests. You get like 1 or 2 guaranteed uniques when you do your MSQ, but this is actually good items that you want to equip. I think I got this one from from this event, and it's popping off. Like, it's an absolutely amazing weapon, 10% weapon damage boost on it. So you want to do these every hour they pop up, and pick your favorite event and just learn one of these. Now, enough with the fun stuff. We got the daily dungeon. This is sort of roguelike. You just go in there, and your goal is to kill as many things as possible, because dependent on how many things you kill, you get more enhancement stones, right? So you want to do these. They're like cheap daily. You unlock them somewhere at level 30. You want to spam them as much as you can, because enhanced stones are your lockout for enhancing your gear and increasing your item level. Very important. So we got that one out of the way. This is also fun to test your AoE capabilities, right? Because the better you get at AoE damage, the more likely it is that you increase the rewards you get, because you'll just kill more mobs. Next, this is going to be the endgame raid. Obviously, I haven't done it because it's like 2,700 item level. So you have endgame raids in the game already, you just need to build up to them. Now for the expeditions. Exploration is the cheaper but less rewarding version. You get your uniques with the appropriate item levels. I just unlocked this one at 1,600. But, you know, it's just not a very good chance to obtain gear. You want to do them, but you don't want to do them a lot. Conquest is where it's at. So with Conquest, these are the more difficult bosses, but infinitely more rewarding. You unlock this one at 1,000 item level, and it's significantly harder than Dropnir or Vakron here. So you want to do this crab here. You get a chance for heroics, but the uniques are really good, and they have a much higher chance of dropping. And exploration, it's like 1%, but they're way easier, so you can just pug those. These will actually require you to learn the mechanics. So you want to do them with probably a pre-made guild, or you know, someone you can actually do the mechanics with. And they give you the most amount of loot. Not only that, but when you finish one of these crabs, they give you odiles, which are a very good crafting material. You can actually transmute that into any other crafting material you want. So it's the best crafting materials in the game. But that's not it. We still have a lot to go. The Abyss is the semi-open world PvP area where you can just go and craft mobs. Within the Abyss, let me just go in really quick and show you guys. Giving it a bit to load up. My computer's a bit trash, so you can see I'm not exactly in the best situation when it comes to showing this stuff off. Bear with me. Alright. So, these are very important quests. You can just do these, and they'll give you power increases. So, these you can re-roll. They give you the Abyss points, which are very important. The Abyss points, with these, you can go ahead and read the Abyss shop as well. You can buy wings. You can buy gear with these. Very good gear as well, might I add. I believe it's... Just check that. Yeah, so these actually gives you PvP damage tolerance. That's a massive stat, and you only get it from the Abyss gear, so you want to farm these out if you want to do PvP. Very, very good stuff. Also very important, Stigma Shards. These upgrade your ultimate abilities, and this is the way to max out your ultimate abilities. As you can see, this has no lockout, so you can buy as many of these as you want and max out every single one of the abilities that you have right here, which are your ultimate abilities. Let's get back into the Abyss shop. And obviously this is for your Paragon board, but the PvP version of it. So you want to buy these as well. And devotion runes are just an item that you can unlock, but that one explodes, so that's why you want to buy more of them and try to upgrade as high as you can. Next is obviously you have Arena. Arena also has its own trade shop. It also gives you Abyss points, so you can buy the same stuff here. You have Nightmare, which is really fun. It's solo bosses that you can do to test your DPS, so you want to do these. They also have their own shop. Everything has its own shop, and everything gives you permanent character progression. It's amazing how it works in Aion too. You can see skins here, but that's not what you're interested in. This is what you're interested in. More skill points. Very good. More crystals. These are the PvE crystals. You definitely want these. Every blue trait on the PvE skill point, it gives you 1% boss damage. Let me just show you guys. So it's really good. I'll go here. Ariel. Boss damage tolerance. Yeah, you don't really take a whole lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. But what you're interested in is this. Boss damage boost. That's what you want to get. You want to spam those as much as possible. Let's see, what else do we have here? Transcendence. These are absolutely amazing. Not only are they amazing, but the first boss you fight in Transcendence is literally Volton from Lost Ark. It's that all over again. With the I don't want to spoil you guys. I'm just saying, if you want to give this game a try, this is probably the first thing you want to get into. And these also have their own special loot. You get Amplify Stone Fragments for when you max out your weapon and you want to upgrade your weapon past that max. So, very important stuff. And Theostones, equally important. You want to grab Theostones to bind to your gear, and this gives you, these are trash, gives you like 3% chance to inflict seal. That's not the one I have equipped. Let me show you guys a real Theostone. The one I have gives me a 1% chance to deal 2,000 damage. That's like half of an ability, and it only has a 1-second cooldown. And when you have like 20 hits on your ability, like me, and you also have multi-hit on every single ability, 1% chance is good. 1% chance is fucking damage. Let's get back into it. That's not all that it gives you. Let me just go to the queue. You also get your cards from here. If you were wondering how you get Arcana cards, you get from Transcendence. There's 3 bosses in them. You can see here. I don't want to spoil the instance for you because it's really good. Like, if you want to play this game, if you think it's fun and you want to play this, this is peak content. You're going to get into this and say, finally, now I see why people are excited about this game. And this one as well is out right now. You get 2 of these, but that's not it, right? Don't think you're going to clear the instance and then you're going to move on. That's not how it works. You gotta clear the instance on stage 1. Now, I've already cleared stage 1, but I don't have stage 2. Why is that? It's because you have to clear it with an S rank. So you don't just need to beat the boss. You need to be good at beating the boss. That's fucking amazing. Like, finally, an MMORPG that doesn't treat you like a fucking baby, am I right? Crafting. Crafting is very valuable. I'll just say that. It's very valuable, and it's more fun than in most MMOs, because generally speaking, you play an MMO, you do crafting, it's a waste of your fucking time. Like, what? You're gonna ask yourself, why the fuck am I even doing that? Let me show you why you're doing crafting in this game. Crafting, not only is it good, it's the best. It's the best. You get the best gear from crafting. As you can see, the reason why it's the best gear is because it just flat out gives you a unique stat on your weapon that's a 5% PvE damage boost. You can only get this from crafting your weapon. So that means the best thing you can do for your gear is to invest into evolving the weapon that you got from crafting. But it doesn't just end there. It's not like you can just craft it. So you have to first craft from the bottom up. You gotta craft white weapons to crit them. So you get one of these. Splendid Ebony Dragon Staff. And then once you got one of the dragon staffs, you want to craft with the dragon staff as a material, one of the green ones, and you want to craft enough green ones that you crit and get the blue one with a 25% chance. Now you crit and you get the blue one, and then you have a chance, you use that as a material, you craft the yellow one, and so on and so forth. It's a really interesting system that gives you value for your investment here. But the reward is also meaningful. 5% damage increase. A lot of the bosses in this game have DPS checks, right? A lot of them have DPS checks, so you want to focus on as much damage as possible. Again, not like any other MMO where you can play any dog shit build you want. But correction, you can play any build you want, but you gotta do damage. You need to have enough damage to clear the instance, and it's very, very important. Almost every single thing that I've shown you thus far has a DPS check. Transcendence has DPS checks. Nightmare has some DPS checks. Ascension Trial. This one, I actually forgot what it was. Oh, no, this one is an entire DPS check. So basically how this one works is very strange, unique type of raid. You pop into the raid instance, and then you have to fly down to different platforms to get buffs. And no, wait, I got the wrong one. Sorry. My bad. That's the one I was talking about. Okay. So this one's very interesting. You pop into this tower, and you have to fly down and collect buffs. These buffs right here. You can see they are massive. They're 20% damage boost. 50% damage boost at 100% HP. It's a lot of stuff. You want to get as many buffs as you can, and then smash the bosses as quickly as you can in time for the instance to end. It's like a speed run of a raid. So you're still against a DPS check. You just want to be more tactical about it. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the game, right? I just want to tell you guys about it, and I want to focus mostly on what you get out of these. Once again, you get the Amplify Stones to upgrade your weapon past the regular limit for Enhanced Stones. And you also get the PV, you get a 10% chance at crafting one of the PvE blocks, squares. So, big stuff here as well. What else was there? Oh yeah. Back to the world map. We got these. So every now and then there's gonna be a big fight in the Abyss. You probably want to show up and just fight with people and get lots of Abyss points. This is basically the moment where the big PvP happens. And then also within the Abyss, you would get the... I can't really show you those on the map. They don't really appear unless you see them yourself. There's blue portals that you can hop in that give you lots of Abyss points if you farm them. And the mobs there are significantly weaker, so you can just hop in and solo farm one of those when they pop up. And that's how you want to use your Abyss points when you're solo. You don't want to go around killing the mobs, because if I were to go around trying to kill a mob right now, I could. It would just take me a significantly long amount of time. You can see here is the ticker until the artifacts activate. Shows you on the right. And yeah, it's just a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to build up to. It's quite amazing, really. Like, I've never played an MMO with this amount of content, and every last piece of it matters. There is not a single thing that you might want to do from here and from anywhere else in the game. Even your daily dungeon, your expeditions, the regular ones. Conquests, absolutely, you need conquests. That's the stuff you want to do with your guild. Your ascension trials. Oh yeah, I remember what the ascension trial is now. Okay, so this Ascension Trial is a solo challenge where you want to go in by yourself and clear, once again, you want to clear the raid as soon as possible. And the way it works is you get into a room with a bunch of mobs and you have to AoE clear them all by yourself. But if you clear it fast enough, you get extra rewards. So there's like a 3-minute marker for each room, and if you clear within 3 minutes, you get extra rewards from it. Very good stuff, very fun, very amazing way to test your character, and at the end, you get a big boss that you have to fight. The boss is kind of easy if you did well in the rooms, because you also get buffs for yourself. See, the mobs do more damage to you, but if you clear the rooms fast enough, you also get to buff yourself and clear it faster. And the amazing thing is, everything that I've told you about thus far has a ranking. So you get to see all the people and how fast they clear the content that you just cleared. So it's not just, it's kind of a DPS meter to compare yourself to the rest of the world. You can see there's, I think, yeah. Look, there's rankings for literally everything. I fucking love that. Finally. It's like, finally, an MMO that's not made for pussies. Unfortunately, it's a pay-to-win piece of trash, but it's an MMO that's not made for the weak-hearted. It's something where you want to spend time, you want to grind, and you want to show that you're the fucking best. It's not, oh, I'm just gonna queue up. I'm just gonna queue up for a dungeon, and I don't need to pay attention to the mechanics, and I'm just sitting there 20 fucking minutes, grinding the mobs, and none of it matters. Right? Because that's what every MMO is nowadays. You just hop into a queue, you wait for the healer for 15 minutes, you finally get a healer that can only heal. By the way, my healing class, full damage. Like, I have some buffs and, big heals, but damage, boys, you gotta do damage. In this game, there's not a single class that does not have to do damage. You gotta get in there, and you gotta do damage, and you gotta do the mechanics, and you have to heal at the same time. It's amazing. I'm playing on all levels. And I'm really tanky as well, so I can semi-tank if I can get aggro. But most of the time I can't, because, DPS classes, they actually do, I'd say, about 20 to 30% more DPS than you. And you compensate, but it's still more than you. And your buff also affects them, so it's like, yeah. You need to have a little bit less damage, otherwise it just wouldn't be fair to everybody else. Market. Let's talk about the market a little bit as well. The market is amazing. You can sell anything you want. There is player trading. I know a lot of people play dogshit MMOs. There is player trading in this game, and you can trade pretty much everything, and it works just like the good old games. Okay? You can do all the fancy shit you used to do with player trading. Now, what I wanted to show you here is, actually, let's talk about the exchange a little bit. So here you can pack your gold, this currency right here. You can pack that up, put it, and sell it for the premium currency. And with the premium currency, you can go ahead and save yourself the money that you would spend on the battle passes. I've already bought one of those. As you can see, it's already bought out. Bought it with a premium currency. You can buy the second one as well. So you don't need to buy 2 battle passes the same way everybody else is saying. And gold is plentiful. You'll have plenty of chances to buy them if you need them. I just didn't need the second one thus far. I'm doing just fine without the battle passes. They're really not that strong, to be honest. It's just like, oh, I run out of materials, and now I'm just gonna boost my materials a little bit. Like, I'd probably get more materials than I get from the battle pass by just doing 2 dungeons. Unironically, it's really not that big of a deal. Honestly, it's kind of a trap for people who pay to win. But, you also get the whales who are gonna buy 10 gazillion gold and pay to win anyways. So it's not like it's not pay to win. You're still gonna get fucked, but you're gonna get fucked not because you don't have the battle pass. That's what I'm saying. Back to the market, and let's talk a little bit about crafting and everything. How it works with the market. You can sell any item. Right, we go here to miscellaneous. You can sell everything and you make big money from it. There are no bots yet in the game, so if you want to experience a non-ruined economy, you can go ahead and download Aion 2 and see what it's like playing on the Korean server when everybody... not the Korean server, the Taiwanese server. And see what happens when the CCP checks if you're a bot. But As you can see, you can make big money from these. Everybody's trying to level their professions. This fucking thing is 1,400. It's insane. So if you like professions, you like making money from professions, there's a lot of money to be made. All dials. 3,000 fucking gold, bro. 3,000 gold. Someone threw a fucking firecracker outside. So yeah, 3,000 gold. You get all your consumables here. You can sell them. Anything that you want to buy, you can buy for gold. It's a little bit expensive, but it's not like you need a lot of stuff. You just need some general potions, like these ones. You got your food. Food's not that expensive. You can stock up on it. Scrolls, everything that you want, you can buy from the market. And you can sell on the market. So it's really good that way. And yeah, I'd say that pretty much sums it up. This is all of the endgame of Aion 2, minus the raids and I guess the Legion PvP, which, you know, I haven't really gotten to. We're still sort of figuring that one out. I know, I'll show you guys this. You can rent one of these ships and have like guild PvP on the ships. It's really interesting, but I haven't experienced it yet, so I don't want to put it in the video and say that it's good, because I don't know if it's any good. Yeah, that was it from me. Just wanted to show you guys the entire endgame. If I were to give you a quick rundown on what you should do, get your daily dungeons in check to have as much enhanced stones as possible. Solve the problem with your Paragon board and skill points first. You want to stock up. I got like 400 of these, and you can see my character is beefed the fuck up. I got 16,000 HP, right? So we're really strong in that regard. Skill points. You want to make sure you get your skill points. To give you a quick rundown of the skills as well, you want to get skills, active skills, as much as possible. That's what you're aiming for. So if you get them on your gear, you want to make sure that you keep that piece of gear, because that's the biggest damage increase you get, primarily because you unlock these. So you want to equip these here, like that. Massive boosts in damage. Massive boosts in damage. You want to level them up to hit these markers right here. Like, you got to get it to level 16. And that's how you want to gear your character. And I get something absolutely insane. I get to spam that ability when the boss breaks, and it reduces all my cooldowns by 3 seconds. It's like complete refresh on my cooldowns, thanks to the fact that I got this ability to level 16. So it's insane. It changes your character entirely. So you want to focus on getting as many of these as possible. You can see my heal heals an extra 10% of max HP. Big stuff. That's what you want to focus on. And yeah, that was it from me today. Just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown so everybody understands all that there is to do in the endgame. Again, I just want to reiterate. You want to do your daily dungeons, do your collections, like the small dungeons, do your green quests to prepare for the end game. And then once you're strong, because you did a good chunk of that, you don't need all of it, right? You certainly don't need all of it. But you want to get a good chunk of it. And then you want to start doing, first, expeditions. These are very easy. The easiest content you can do. You got drop near here. That's the one you want to do first. It's going to give you the best possible items you can get at that level. If you're item level 1000, you just popped out of your shell. Drop near's the goal here. If you got a good group and you got to somewhere around 1200, you can do the crabs, but I wouldn't really recommend it until you're much later on. I'd say, you know, all the people here. Okay, this is just Korean dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. This is fucking Korean dog shit. You don't need 1600 item level to farm a fucking crab. We cleared it with people with 1200 item level, and we had like 2 people at around 1500, one guy at about 1300 and one guy at 1200. It wasn't that hard. You just need to know the mechanics. And for item level, like, listen, just because you have 1600 and 1700, you're not going to, what do you call it? You're not going to survive the damage. It hits you for 40,000 damage. So you still need to do the mechanics. This is just fucking irrelevant. You can do drop near as well. You got your, this unlocks at 1600. At 1600, you want to start doing this one, Vakron Sky Island. It's very easy. There's no DPS check. It's a dungeon without DPS checks. I don't think any of these have DPS checks. You just gotta learn the mechanics. Somewhere around 1500, you want to start doing raids. Raids you can do at 1400, I'd say. And at 1500, this is what you're aiming for. Once you get to 1500, you start doing the fun stuff. And boy, is it fucking fun. Like, this is when the game caught me. This is when I was like, yeah, this is fucking gameplay. You do this, and this boss is way harder. You want to focus on this one, right? Do this, get your cards, increase your item level, get strong, and do even more content, and that's the way the game plays. You build yourself, and then you beat the shit out of even more interesting things. That's Aion 2. That's what you should be doing. And yeah, I'd say that was it. Long journey. I think it's been... This is a fucking 30-minute video. I didn't even notice. Yeah, that was it for me today. See you guys next time.